It's your girl, Coach C, certified professional life coach, and I am here with another Monday motivational message. And I believe today I just want to talk to you guys. I want to talk to you about the power of staying true to what you want and making sure that everything around you support exactly what you want and what you're trying to manifest. So, as you guys may or may not know, I wrote my book, and my book was very vulnerable, but at the same time, it was just me being real, right? People call it vulnerability. People call it bravery. People call it, I've been told, oh, you have so much courage and bravery to share your life in that way, to put your business out there in that way. And how I looked at it was, it's not about me putting my business out there. It's about me being real. It's about me being human. It's about me sharing my experience so that it can touch somebody. But more so, me writing my book was about my discipline and my obedience to what I was told. I never imagined myself to be a writer. I never told myself that I am going to write a book. I always actually thought that, English is not my strong suit. If many of y'all know, like, sometimes my stuff has typos. Sometimes, the grammar is grammatically incorrect. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm doing. You know what I'm talking about. And you know my heart. So don't judge me. I'm more of a numbers person. I'm a girl who loves numbers. But anyways, I don't want to digress. I became a coach. And I started my journey of healing due to a lot of the experiences that I was having and that I was going through. And I just wanted to be different. It was really just me realizing, like, I don't feel good doing this, and I want to feel better. How can I feel better? What can I do to get past some of these habits that I have that I don't like anymore? And so when I went through my pregnancy alone, abandoned, when I got out of an abusive relationship, when I found myself, don't judge me, y'all. And guess what? Guess who's not re-recording? Celicia, because it be like that sometimes. But when I saw myself going through all of these experiences, right, that they was traumatizing, to be honest. They were painful and hurtful. A part of me was like, damn, why do I deserve to go through something like this? And I feel like I'm a good person, right? And so as I was pregnant, I knew that I was a portal. I was a portal to the spiritual realm, because a baby was once an idea, right? It was once an energy that was vibrating in the spiritual realm that manifested into the physical. So I knew that I was the connection point, and I wanted to remain connected and to take advantage of that, right? And so I opened myself up to learn about my experience. And as I was learning about it, the messages that I was getting, the sun is hit. Oh my God, y'all. The sun just came out to bless us. But the messages that I was getting was really, I felt like something. As I was writing, I was learning about people who write and the habit of writing. And I was like, I don't want to just write when I'm inspired. Because if you write when you're inspired, it's just a hobby. But if you write and you just write, the inspiration will find you, because now it becomes a part of who you are, right? And so I just used to write and write and write. And when I tell you, a lot of the messages that came to me and flow through me, when I read my book, I'm trying to understand, like, who is this? Who wrote this? Who wrote this? And I could truly say that something was flowing through me as I wrote. And so the messages that I got, I was still applying them to my life, even though I felt like, why me? We get into these places where we're trying to wonder, why me? And then we become the victim to our situations. And to be honest, when you become the victim to anything, there's no way getting out. You can't save yourself because you're not thinking from the place of accountability. You're thinking of the place of blame. You're experiencing shame and all those emotions that are low vibrational, that don't carry a lot of energy, nor do they help you build internally, externally, right? And so, I had to get out of that space, and I just wrote that book. I wrote my book really from the space of just allowing my messages to flow through me, allowing myself to learn from my experience. And then I applied it to my life. I live my life according to my book because it is truly what I absolutely believe in. So now, if you're somebody who is very introspective, right? If you're a conscious person, you'll understand that you may have an awareness, right? But the first hit of that awareness is still not the depths of that awareness, right? So for example, in my book, I talk about morphogenetic field, which is basically the power of your environment. Y'all hear me talk about this all the time, and I promise you I will always and forever talk about this, because I don't even know how the hell did I even come up and roll up on this term. Well, I did, because I read my chakra book and it stuck out to me. And there's so many information in that book, but I don't know why this one stuck out to me, where I dug deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And it is truly the basis of how I move, how I work. Even if you've attended my inner child healing, it is still based off of that concept. So basically what I'm trying to say is, when things hit you, you realize, like, okay, you put it into action. And then as you put it into action, you realize, like, whoa, there's levels to this, and it continues to unfold, right? The lotus flower opening up, and you get deeper and deeper and deeper. And so when I realized, like, okay, morphogenetic field, what does this mean? The power of your environment, what does this mean? Generational curses, how does this apply? How is this showing up in my life? And then I realized that your environment is your spiritual environment, your physical environment, your emotional environment, your mental environment, everything that encompasses you. Every single thing that you share your energy with is an environmental factor. And when you are working on yourself and your healing, you have to consider every single environmental factor that plays a role in you becoming a better version of yourself. And so one of the environmental factors, like my spiritual environment, right? What am I listening to? What am I reading? That was great. And I'm thinking, like, okay, so why is all of this stuff happening to me, where I consider myself as a spiritually disciplined woman, taking care of my physical body, all of these things, even though it could have gotten better, and it did get better, but still, right? And then I'm thinking about my physical environment. That's what happened. I started thinking about my physical environment. And then I realized there's so many things in my physical environment that does not represent who I see myself and where I want to be. The key is your circumstances and where you are today, where you are right now, should not dictate how you feel. It should, one, allow you to figure out, what is it that you want to feel? Where is it that you want to go? If you don't like it. But you should not become the victim to it and be like, oh, I can't believe this is happening to me, because there's no power in that. And so when your physical environment is not a representation of you, it's up to you to figure out how. For me, I no longer wanted to be a single mom. I did not believe in toxic relationships. That's why my book was, at the end of the day, it's me overcoming the addiction to toxic relationships. So if you are surrounded by toxic relationships, whether it is your mama, your auntie, your cousin, your friends, your sister, your grandma, it doesn't matter. If the relationship is not healthy, even if it's your boss, it is your duty to create an environment that represents what you want to experience. If you are saying, I want to feel worthy, because all my life I never felt like I was worthy, my parents never made me feel like I was worthy, my family, my friends, whatever the case may be, and you're listening to music that degrades you, you don't want to feel like that. I think the problem is a lot of us act like we want the healing. We act like we want a better life and we want better for ourselves, but your actions do not line up with that. You're still sitting in the space of everything that reiterates the fact that you aren't worthy. You don't deserve. You don't need no money. You have to struggle. Men ain't shit. You can't get that. You're not going to get the job. You got to sit in a job that you hate and retire. You have to succumb to health issues. You sit in those environments and then you cry about wanting better for yourself. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I know I went from 0 to 10, but to be honest, like, I'm just truly passionate about what I do and what I say I'm going to do. And no, it doesn't matter if you are flawed. We are all flawed. We are all trying to figure it out. At the end of the day, we're trying to figure it out. There are so many different examples of ways of life that you can mimic, but at the same time, it's always going to be different for you. It's always going to be a unique experience for you. We got Jesus, we got Buddha, we got Muhammad. We have all these different examples of ways of life that people have taken to reach their own enlightenment in the better version of themselves. You can dibble and dabble and figure out which one resonates with you to help you build a foundation so that you can create your own enlightenment story, your path that's going to liberate you. And so I am saying that the recent events that has happened in my life, I am grateful for, but I planned for it. I positioned myself for it. I knew I deserved it. No one was gonna tell me that I did not deserve an amazing husband, partner, an amazing child, an amazing life where I'm happy, an amazing environment that I love waking up to and I love being in. Look at the sky. Look at the beauty. Stop playing with me. Hey, mama, look at that. Picking up garbage. I love people. I hate littering. You deserve it. You deserve all of it. And it can happen if you decide to choose you. If you decide to focus on every single thing that is going to lift your vibrations, make you happier, make you want to wake up to your life. Do that. If you need assistance, you already know. Hit me up. Here's a coach that's living that. I'm grateful for the recent activities that has taken place in my life. And I'm grateful to see that my support system is unfolding beautifully, as it always has been. But I just want you guys to know that you don't have to settle in any areas of your life, even if it seems like there is no future. Even if it seems like you don't have any options. You don't have to do that. You can literally shift your mindset and allow things to unfold in your life in a beautiful way. Break up with chaos. Break up with pain and sadness. Break up with disappointment. Figure out what you want to replace that with. What feelings do you want to experience and want to feel? What fears do you want to allow yourself to feel? And guess what? Even with me sometimes, once I actually have it, I still try to sabotage it because it's still a program in me that is trying to say you don't deserve it. But that's why all factors of your environment need to support what you want, because if you have things in your environment that is pulling you towards the old way more than the new way, it's going to win. It is going to win. I didn't want to be a single mother. I didn't want to struggle. I didn't want to have an abandoned pregnancy. I didn't want to have a baby with a toxic man. So I thought. But the larger part of me believed that that was what I deserved. So that was what I attracted. Own that. Own that. Own your story. Own that. And it probably was what you were surrounded by. It was all you saw. For me, all I saw, what I believed, subconsciously embedded in my mind. And once it manifests, then you can be like, I don't want this. But take ownership that was what you once believed to be true for yourself. I love you guys, whether I know you or not. I'm sending you love because I love people, I love life, I love experiences, and I love giving myself to those who are also passionate about themselves and passionate about life. So regardless if I know you personally or not, I love you. And I want you to experience how beautiful life is. You are here to live. Living means being present. Not being in the past, worried about the things that happen. Not being in the future, worried about if it's going to work out for you. It's about being present right now. These animals out here are present. You think they worried about what's coming in the past, what happened yesterday, who sat on my eggs? You think this swan sitting here talking about some? I'm mad as hell because Shaquanda sat on my eggs yesterday and them not her babies. No. Get over it. Figure out what you want. Put your attention there and make sure that everything in your physical, spiritual, emotional, mental, financial, every single thing in your world supports that. Again, I love you guys, and I will talk to you next Monday. Bye-bye.